topic is independent. And 3 words I'll share to begin this message is sacrifice, compromise, collaborate. Been very thankful to work for the MLS, work with the MLS, because it has collaborated many past experiences and has provided a platform in which to give back and to provide counsel, and that has been one area that it's been able to operate with, and I'm thankful for that. And there's been pathways with the government that I've considered, university settings, but it has been a real joy to be able to operate with this leadership network. And a lot of it is because I had certain experiences leading up to it, and also thankfully was able to leverage experiences that has gone before me and previous generations. And it's enjoyable to be to work as essentially an independent consultant, to be able to come in with an independence, if you will, and to be able to look at a situation and to be able to provide a perspective. Now, when we talk about influence, if we look at that in the sense of money, influence is more important than money. And when you talk about multiple streams of influence, for example, I might focus in collegiate scouting because I have a network there and I have a focuser. That's one area of focus. We have 7 kind of divisions of focus, if you will, underneath the MLS, and that's one avenue. And it's easy for me to provide focus in that direction because of network experience, etc., and passion and love. But the idea of leadership development in general, that could affect someone who's 67 years old, living across the world, who's never heard of the game of basketball, and who's never even had a basketball in their home before. And the leadership development concepts still can apply. And, I've on purpose, I've left a broad sense of avenues of focus that we can go down, because there is an enjoyment to be able to affect and collaborate with different industries, different walks of life, and there's a real enjoyment with that. And it keeps, for future work, it keeps the idea of creativity and innovation on the forefront of what can develop, and it provides more of a structure for other ideas that can come down the pike of how ways in which we can give back or provide counsel. When you talk about the single stream of income, if we talk about, let's say, an individual, maybe not in an entrepreneur mindset, but someone who comes out of college, maybe even the graduate degree, and they work for a large Fortune 500 company, publicly traded, and they are given, this is your salary, this is your commission plan, this is your benefits, this is your insurance. For me, I'll say that could be viewed as a single stream of focus. You know your role, your position, you're not worried about paying the light bill. You're going to go in, take care of business, and hopefully leave and then get the paycheck. Now, with that approach, you often can get an ROI and build more revenue in a quicker fashion. Also, probably have more peace, perhaps less turmoil. When you look at multiple streams of influence out there and ways to produce revenue, this is where we're going to find a lot of entrepreneurs, small business owners. It might take longer to receive ROI or more developed revenue portfolios, because they have so many. They have 5, 6, 7 things going on at once. So it might be a longer track to gain strong revenue, profit. But certainly, once those components do hit down the road, it can be a very strong and fortified, profitable portfolio. So it has been said, many are called, few are chosen. And I think oftentimes people will characterize that as, well, that is a divine decision and a sovereign decision, and or do you measure up to be chosen? Let me tell you this: if I'm going to call somebody, it's because I want to call them. Okay? So when you call someone, you're expecting them, you're already wanting to talk to them. So the calling and the choosing is not in the caller, it's the one in answering the call. And that's where the choosing is. And then as we develop down that pathway and that journey and learn and develop, we do have stewardship over our decisions and the mission that we have given ourselves to. And kind of pulling some of these components that I'm talking about together here, picture an individual, an entrepreneur, a startup type individual, not sure of, let's say you have a passion in the community for whatever it is, just one particular thing that you really feel passionate about. There is the idea of going to get that job. There might be a job that fits that bill to meet that passion of yours. It might be low paying, may not even have benefits. I don't know. You have the idea of starting up your own thing and working in that field, but then you still don't have anyone paying you, and you have to find streams of revenue, figure out insurance. You also might get a job somewhere where you have a great salary, you might have great insurance, but you feel no passion about it. And what I want to do is encourage you to be independent no matter what. Okay? So look, here's the thing. In our early years, no matter what path we take, and let me tell you, paths can evolve over time. Okay? Your story is not over yet. There's a beautiful journey, and wow, I'm so sorry if you got a headache from that. Whoa, so sorry. Oh my. But here's where we're at with it. Whether you are, trying to get an act at this given time in your life, okay? I'm not talking about 15, 20 years down the road right now. If you're trying to get an occupational pathway that serves your passion, trying to start up your own thing, or you're going to say, hey, there's this corporation out there, it's not exactly what I'm passionate about, but I can make good money, I can be in a good situation. Here's the common ground: independence, okay? So I do want to encourage you, if you have passion in the community for something, it may not be the timing yet, but be confident that there are ways that you can get involved and give back. If you think, and it's hard in the lesson that I talked about before with the chaotic bombs, maybe when that's going on in our life, but when life does slow down and we can get those glimpses of discovery of what we've been through, what's important to us, what resonates as passion, what gives us energy, it's a very empowering thing to individualize and characterize that passion and find an outlet to be able to give to out there in the world and in the community. And obviously, there's a sense of rogue quality in being an entrepreneur or a startup type individual. You might kind of feel like a lone wolf. There's a sense of independent individuality when you're just kind of going for it. And for a lot of people, family's number one. So, if you have a situation where you have a way to provide for your family, good insurance, but, you're on an assembly line, you're behind a desk, looking at reports, and there is just no passion at all. Early stages of leadership development and concepts that we want to maintain even if we're 80 years old are that of teachability, humility, accountability. Early stages, often we have a lot of sacrifice, sometimes compromising feels. But eventually, as we can get to a point of collaboration, even collaborating what the components of our own lives together, that's a powerful thing. So it may be the most peaceable ROI decision for me to keep that corporate job at this given time, but also I can concentrate on the health of the family and have enough monetary gap where I can take that and give back to that passionate thing that I care about in the community. We see this all the time in these fundraising events for Alzheimer's, cancer, things like that. So that avenue. So what I'm trying to say here is yes, we want to be teachable, we want to be humble, we always want to have those characteristics of accountability, etc. Whether we're 20, a new leader, or we're 80 and we're established and people are looking to us. But the common thread is in a factory-produced, assembly line-driven world, microwave world, I encourage us to have a sense of independence. You don't have to start up your own company, okay? You don't have to be working for that particular passion. You could be a banker and just find enjoyment in providing for your family, having organized finances, and just a sense of working, Am I really passionate about that nail and hammer? I don't know. But you know what? There's an energy that can feel good by getting that nail in, having it look good. And so work can bring a neat satisfaction to our emotional and mental well-being and progression. But in all of that, I encourage us to have an independence, a little bit of a rogue quality, a little bit of a lone wolf, lion. We have to be able to have a sense of independence, a sense of self-worth, a sense of established conviction that this is what I care about, these are my values, this is what I'm going to see through. To be able to have a sense of independence, in my setting, I love being an independent consultant. That works very, very well. But in no matter any pathway that you might find your way on right now, yes, maintain teachability, accountability, and all that. Have a sense of independence. Value your own opinion. Value your own self-worth. It doesn't matter if 99 people say no to you. If you feel hate around you at 99%, like I was talking about in that chaotic bomb sense, here's the culminating lesson. At some point, you might have to go it alone. At some point, you might have to finish that race without a water bottle and without music being played because your battery's dead. So what I want to encourage you to do is value the word independent. No matter what your setting is in life, no matter what your setting is in employment right now, have a sense of independence, that your opinion matters, that your perspective matters. Build up your influence. Be a listener. Let yourself become a valued expert in your personhood. And that will take time, but value your independent quality. Value that independent rogue attribute, that independent pathway. We believe in you.